Welcome into Poppin' Off. I am Danny Otto. Joining with me tonight, the one. Well, it didn't work last week. Let's make sure this works. The one, the only. Hashtag Shut Up Pete.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Well, and we broke it. I don't know what that was. Who was on last week?
Paul, apparently.
Who?
Paul.
Who the hell is Paul?
He said he was your roommate.
Oh, I think I know him. Hey, Paul. We have other people here too, right?
Joining with us as always, hashtag Cori Bears.
Hello, friends. Welcome back,
Hello.
Pete. Actual, real-looking Pete.
Yeah, no. It's okay. Keep your shit talking now to a minimum, because I heard you all last week.
Oh, should I?
Marco. Wow. Bang, bang, whoa. Oh, hi, Johnny Rico. Anyway, how's everybody doing? How's everybody been?
Good. Trying to get into the group chat so I can talk to everyone live and not hear your voice in the background.
Wow.
No, but because I'm gonna hear you in the moment.
But you can hear me in stereo. It'd be even better. Anyway, you want to do the? It's not the pop of the night. We're gonna do the. Should we call it the Lego set of the night? The pop culture toy of the night? What do we want to call this?
We'll come up with something catchy at another time.
Something catchy! It's the Ecto 1 from Ghostbusters Afterlife set. So, we have to make sure that we're specific, because this is going to have, rust and wear and tear blocks on it. I think this thing looks awesome. And if the movie was already out, maybe I would be in. I do like Legos, and I do like Ghostbusters. So this is right up my alley.
But when I was first looking at this,
you have to build it?
Yeah, it's a Lego set.
No, see, if it comes like that, sure, absolutely. But that just seems like a lot of dedication that I just don't have.
Cori, if you want this, send it to me. I'll build it, and then I'll send it to you. How about that?
Well, when I first saw this, I was like, oh, man, it's kind of big. This would be awesome. It's like Danny size. And then when I realized, no, it's not. It's it's a little bit bigger than the, what's it called? The Rick and Morty pop.
As Legos go, it's a decent sized set for as Legos go.
You can fit little Danny.
Hey, if there was a reasonably priced Ecto 1, I'm driving it. You
know what would make building that Lego set so great? This is my favorite segue. You know what would look so great while you're building that Lego set?
Why you gotta hurt me like this?
I don't know. We should probably just cut to the next thing that will probably introduce this too.
Next segment? That's what you're saying?
There's a segment for this.
Don't think I didn't notice that it says hashtag all things crazy. And we just happen to be talking about Ghostbusters stuff. I don't appreciate that, guys in the background.
I don't know how is that even related?
What? All things crazy?
And Ghostbusters. How is that related?
Because it's the first time I've seen that, and we're talking about Ghostbusters first.
Oh, well, then obviously you haven't been paying attention.
Probably not. Anyway, yeah, Pete, do you want to seg this? I have a story, but you go.
Just long story short, Reebok is launching their Ghostbusters collection.
That already did. And
if
you don't have it, I'm going to use my F. If you don't have it, you're fucked.
If you don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
But no, how awesome is that? I figured this would be something right up your alley, and I'm kind of offended that you don't have any of this yet.
What? Okay. So first off, there is an error on the rundown that was typed up by our one and only Tim. He put what I said in our group meeting very simplistically when I was talking about why I was upset, because I am very upset about this. But the reason that I'm upset is the fact that I missed out on this, and now the only stock that they have left in this, the only shoes that they have left are in sizes that I cannot fit in for $100. And all of
What
the
sizes are those, Denny?
sizes that I can't fit in, 4.5 women's.
You sure you don't fit in a 4.5 women's?
I'm pretty sure, because I know you're trying to make a joke, but if I could fit in a 4.5 women's, I don't even care. I'd buy them and wear them.
Danny's just excited about how much money he saves at Baby Gap. That's just what he's really excited about at first. But like, I hope that this. I don't know if Baby Gap. Well, obviously they don't have Baby Reebok. But no. But it's interesting though, like the product that they're kind of rolling out for all this Ghostbuster stuff, because again, as we know, the release has been postponed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing is like, I mean, the release, the movie itself has been postponed, but these companies can't delay them. We're getting into the holiday season, and they want to launch all of this stuff, like the Lego sets and the shoes and this kind of stuff. They have to launch it because this is their best opportunity to sell it. Now, this gives them more time to do another launch when the movie actually comes out of more stuff, depending on how well the initial stuff does. So, like, obviously, these shoes all sold out. I mean, you can find these. It's just like Funko. Like, that's what I compared it to. Everybody bought these up the night that these launched, and now the only way you can get them is third parties who have jacked up the prices like crazy. Like, I'm talking like the cheapest I saw realistic sizes for these shoes, because I looked. I really do like the low tops that look like the tan uniforms. I like those. I would totally have gotten those if they were reasonably priced and I was able to get my size. $250 to $450 is what I found for these pairs now, in realistic sizes. That's it. So maybe Reebok will understand that there is a want for these, and when the movie actually comes out, maybe we'll get a second release. That's what I'm hoping for. So,
baby feet. Got them baby feet.
I want a Ghostbusters baby seat.
Well, and of course. Okay, so just side note just for everyone to know, the release of Ghostbusters Afterlife, again, has been postponed June 11th, which is, ironically enough, the 36th anniversary of the original film's release. Fun fact.
I think they did that on purpose.
Probably. But the thing that I was really excited about hashtag is my hashtag Birdband.
Hashtag Birdband!
Hashtag Birdband. Do we have a clip for it?
We don't have a clip. We have a picture that I found of another
Unbelievable! You guys dropped the ball on the
I can't get all your damn clips! I can't get all your damn clips! I gotta...
Let me see what you got for the birds.
It's chicks playing guitar.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's adorable. That is absolutely fucking adorable. But yes, essentially though, there is an animal trainer out there that recently took all of his birds that are around his neighborhood, and just taught them how to play. They're not playing instruments. You can't check them out, and they're opening up for the used. You're welcome for that little emo reference. But like they're not opening up. It is just interesting watching a bunch of birds, turkeys, especially 'tis the season, watching a turkey just play some drums before they most likely get eaten.
He's playing for his life.
That damn
but can I just say that they're not really playing, they're just pecking at a drum that food has been placed on.
Listen, aren't we all just really pecking at an instrument? Come on.
Okay, sure.
That's how it all started. Okay, next thing you know, they're going to be able to figure out a tune, and then they're going to be able to hold them, and then they're going to turn into weapons, and then next thing you know, turkey overlord. But that aside, I did have a suggestion for your favorite fake animal bands.
All right.
And I wanted to put everyone on the spot. So, example, pandas, and then it becomes the Panda Express Lane, which is just, an up-tempo panda band. If you would like me to start on my personal one, I believe it should be Lion Queens, with the lead singer being Lioness Richie. And I think that they should have a lot of great hits. I'm not going to lie. Like Pride would be one of theirs, or On the Prowl. It's like a mix, really, of like dance, hip hop, pop, and a little bit of soul. So yeah, that's my band suggestion.
I mean, I went with the super obvious. I did Josie and the Pussycats, which on an ironic turn though, Josie is a Chihuahua. The rest are kittens. So that's what I went with. And they are thrash metal.
Ooh,
thrash metal. Nice.
Yeah. Little kittens doing thrash metal. Yeah. Everybody will line up to see that.
Their like opening song is "Ain't No," and like, but the bad word for like the cat, the lady, but like a genital at the same time. Ain't no. Y'all got it. Cori, what about your animal band? Go!
I did not know we were doing the animal bands, and I'm really bad at thinking on my feet. I'm so sorry. Can I actually join the panda thing? I
You
want to be a
have
part of
an
that.
animal behind you.
Right. he's
Brogan can
sleeping.
do something. Brogan's a drummer.
Listen, he does not need any more excuse to be destructive.
I feel like Brogan is a drummer.
I feel like he's just an asshole.
And
so he's a drummer.
Speaking of controversy, Warner Brothers.
Go for it.
I mean, listen, Johnny Depp, is out. They're recasting Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts. I mean, let's be honest, Harry Potter already has enough shit that they've been hitting. But, like, Warner Brothers, I think they already kind of found their guy to recast now, Johnny. I think we have Mads Mikkelsen. I think they already, or what is it? Is it Milk?
I don't know how to pronounce his last name either. I kept messing up. But, yeah, I did see that he's kind of the leading candidate in talks. They didn't officially confirm it. They just said he's the leading candidate in talks. What do you guys think about that as a recast? I haven't watched the Fantastic Beasts yet. The two.
I think it's obviously not ideal, because he's such a huge part in that movie. So I'm interested to see what happens. Simply because like it's not something that can be taken lightly, and it's understandable why it happened, but we'll see. I love Fantastic. Actually, the guy that plays Newt, I would marry. Love him. Love me an awkward redhead.
I'm just don't cut to me. I'm just awkward with a red beard. Don't know what the hell you're doing.
Pete's like, look, my beard's red. My
beard's red.
My beard's red.
Honestly, I mean, I think it's just more news that Warner Brothers just sweeps under the rug and shit that's going on. Like Warner Brothers has enough shit that's going on with Johnny Depp, with obviously Aquaman, and that whole entire scenario, and Ray Fisher. Like there's just enough garbage that's going on with them. I think it's, while it had to happen, it's just more negative news towards Warner Brothers, which is kind of crazy. You just want them to do well. You just want the series to do well. And so I think they have the guy to replace him in Mads. But I think ultimately Warner Brothers needs to start addressing bigger issues more head on and for the public before they start being like, it's okay, we have someone to replace him. Don't worry. Next.
I think I need to do like a watch along for Fantastic Beasts. Would anybody want to watch with me? Like if we can figure that out, 'cause some streaming services now have watch alongs. I should do that.
Hulu.
Let's do a watch party.
They had their little streaming thing, and Facebook has their watch party.
Exactly.
I'm okay with it.
Let's figure it out. Let's see if we can get that.
Johnny Rico will not be joining you apparently.
Why? What did Johnny Rico say?
He does not like Fantastic Beasts. I love Fantastic Beasts. Wow. It's so much fun. All the animals and Newt Scamander.
All right, you guys want to actually talk some Disney Plus others? Now I know Pete's back officially because the queues are working on time. That was the first time I said Disney Plus others and we went to ever. It
was really good timing.
I know,
was
right?
really good.
All right. Yep. So little Mandalorian week 2 spoilers, episode 2 spoilers.
Proceed, since I missed the spoilers last week for this poll, dude.
Baby Yoda commits genocide. Boom. Episode over.
Nice.
There's ice spiders, which I don't like. I don't like spiders at all. Whether they're space spiders, ice spiders, regular spiders, I don't like spiders at all. So we can just leave those out. But yeah, Baby Yoda eats eggs, the last eggs of a species, and yeah, we all laughed about it.
Yeah. Okay. Calm down. Again, as calm down on the egg thing. As a creative art manager, Slow Stack. he had tweeted out before, this is a big thing. The egg controversy is now a big thing. And literally the creative directors from Star Wars were like, from Mandalorian in general, just kind of talking about and be like, yo, they're unfertilized, just like the chicken eggs that we like. Not a big deal. Everyone can be fine with it. It's sketchy, but like we're so fixated on that. We're forgetting that they wiped out an entire spider species that was just hanging out. And then we're like, you know what? We're going to light these bitches on fire. I'll use my F word. Fuck them.
You already used an F word. That's 2.
I did?
Yeah, you said one earlier.
I think you're lying. But no, but like we forget that. They wiped out that poor spider at the end. The big guy was just like, yo, what are you doing? You messed up my family. And then it was just like, everyone's just going to shoot him. We're leaving that out. Unfertilized eggs, entire spider species.
I'm not leaving that out. Baby Yoda is the common denominator in both. Baby Yoda started eating the spider eggs too. Baby Yoda just has a taste for eggs and single like committing genocide. That's what Baby Yoda is.
It's called a taste for flesh. It is a taste
Can I just
for flesh.
interject really quickly? I have not watched The Mandalorian, mostly because I haven't had the time. And my question is the spider species. If you had the option to eradicate a species, would it not be a spider?
I don't know. We're talking genocide here, and that's really not my cup of tea.
This is a really touchy issue here.
I'm not really like, you know what? Actually, if you just wipe out this entire species, I think it's okay. I don't know why it doesn't happen more often. No, we're not saying that.
Okay. All right. Fine. That's fine. I'm going to...
Thank you. I'm going to go with that one and back out. Don't think genocide is a good thing.
No, I mean, I will say this, honestly. I mean, even a slow episode of Mandalorian is still it's a good episode. I'm not going to say that I didn't enjoy it. It's a new episode of Mandalorian, and it's content that I wanted to see. And there were some funnier parts where at the beginning where we had a Jawa get into an altercation and knock Mando off the speeder bike, and basically he has to trade his jetpack for Baby Yoda, and then jokes on the Jawa, and you know. He gets his jetpack back. Let's just say that. But it was a slow episode, especially after the first episode of the season. The opening episode felt like a movie. It was longer. It had so many reveals. It had so many big things that were going to launch like other stories and side stories that could happen this season. So this episode just felt like a filler almost. But it was still it's still Mandalorian. I still enjoyed watching it. I don't feel like I wasted my time. So I don't want to say like it was a bad episode. I just know with any series, you're going to have like something that's more filler than absolutely crazy everything happening type of thing.
It finally showed Mando that kids are assholes. That's what I learned.
So moving from one series, we're going to go over to Amazon Prime and talk about a series that I binged all the way through this series. We talked about it before it came out. The series Truth Seekers. Now the entire season 1 of it is out. I believe we have a clip. Tim, can we throw to that real quick?
To the cloud!
Welcome, Truth Seekers.
What an old ham.
How long is this boring bastard going to be waffling on?
Dad.
Everyone can hear you, know.
I wanted to throw to it really, really quick. Like I wanted a really quick clip, and that was like the funniest part that I could find. That's super late into the season, right, Pete? I think that's like episode 5 or 6 of 8. So
what gets me right away is "Hello Ghost," which was like happened in the first 2. That got me every single time. But we talked about that. The series itself is slow for those first 3 or 4 episodes, but then once you see the character development of the team, not to spoil anything like that, I will spoil Mandalorian every single time. But watching the team actually develop and then actually seeing Simon Pegg and Nick Frost's character where it all makes sense in the end. Like it really did pick it up as a British comedy, as a British paranormal comedy. It was a lot of fun. And I was harping on you, Paul. I'll remember Paul this time, but Paul and I were harping on you to finish that because it was so damn good.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I actually, I had told you when you guys were telling me like, hey, you gotta make sure you watch all of it. I went back. I started from, I said I was a couple episodes in, but I actually went back and started. I watched the entire season in one day. I started from the beginning again, just in case I missed like some little thing that they were going to refer back to. I watched the entire season in one day. I thought it was great. And just like you said, the first couple episodes were a little slow, not slow in a way of like it turned me off from wanting to watch the rest of it, but just like a slow build. And then all of a sudden, as soon as it hits the next like stage, boom, everything goes crazy. And every episode, something's happening, something big's building to something. But the only thing I want to say is I have so many questions, but in a good way. And I put this on the rundown. I have so many questions after the end of the season that I want to see more. I can't wait. I really hope this goes up for another season and we get like this style and keep going. Because I mean, even with Simon Pegg's character, I have so many questions about what's happening and what it's gonna lead to next.
I mean, don't sleep. I think that's my biggest note is, again, not to ruin anything for it. Don't sleep on Simon Pegg's character. That's my only like spoiler for it.
Because you think he's this one-dimensional character, and then in the last episode, he jumps to the next level, and
so
then at the end of the last episode,
and then wake up.
Yeah, and then the end of the last episode, he goes to completely like just ultra mode. Like you gotta watch. I would recommend, if you have like a rainy day, watch the entire season straight, because like once you start, you're gonna like it, type of thing.
8 episodes, 10 Jeff Goldblums out of 10 possible Jeff Goldblums. Hands down.
Yeah. All right. So Pete, I want you to take lead on this next story here. With Netflix and programming schedules, can you fill us in on this a little bit?
Absolutely. So, like, again, what we grew up with, Netflix is going and they're testing out Netflix Direct. Netflix Direct really is just going to take all of their existing library that's going to be heading out and just kind of put it in a format that you can watch just like you're looking at your cable network, where it's like Reader's Digest style. This is going to be going on. This is going to follow it. This will come after that. And what they're really doing is they're banking on the content that they have license to. Kind of taking out the idea of us finally picking what we want to watch. And how many times, I'll be honest, you get home, you don't know what to watch on Netflix. And now they're just giving you the option to go old school, be a little lazy and be like, you know what? I want this on as background noise. I'm going to watch these next few series. I'm going to watch these next few movies. And they're looking, yeah.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, that to me, that definitely does sound appealing, because there's plenty of times where now that like all we have are streaming devices, and you actually I spend half of my time when I sit down, when I come in, picking what I want to watch.
Yep.
And I do remember the days where you just turn it on the TV and it's just like, oh, this is on. I'll just throw that on until I figure out something else that I want to watch, type of thing. And having that option is great, because there are plenty of times where like I'm doing a little bit of work and I just want some background noise until I free up what I was doing, type of thing, or figure out what I actually want to watch. So, I mean, yeah, this kind of sounds interesting. So.
And they're hitting. They're as Netflix has been expanding into their own original content, they have been hitting the mark. So they're launching this, and they've already launched this in France, and they already have success with their last recent kind of like experiment, which, if you guys, I mean, I know some of the audience already is into anime, but the new anime programs that are on Netflix are on fire. I highly recommend Blood of Zeus. That is a phenomenal anime mixed with like Greek mythology and culture. It is such a fascinating watch. But yeah, Netflix is on to something here. And I think as they kind of go to this, it's not going to be the end all be all, but you have to figure it's something that is definitely going to keep you from switching over to Hulu after that last movie that you watched.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I think a precursor to this is, and I just realized this, where now like when you're in like the menu for Netflix, it starts to play like part of the trailer or part of the beginning of the episode or something like that. So you get like kind of sucked into stuff that you wouldn't like immediately like pick. Cause like I said like season 2 of Netflix Unsolved Mysteries, I was like, they don't have like any like paranormally stuff that I wanted to see in like an unsolved mystery thing. But it started playing just as like I finished something else, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna watch the first episode." And that's exactly kind of what they're going for. Like, is that something will play, and then it'll trigger you to want to watch the rest of the season and keep going, type of thing.
You'll be able to roll right into it. Listen, I went from Blood of Zeus to now I'm down the rabbit hole of Dragon's Dogma, which is another Netflix original anime series, and I've never gotten into anime before, but I can't help now being like, all right, I'm paying attention. It's very interesting, especially with what Netflix is doing. It's hitting on point.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so moving from one streaming service, we're gonna go back to Disney Plus. We got a couple new details for WandaVision, which is really cool. And the details basically for the first episode is that it was filmed in black and white and in front of a studio audience, a live studio audience. So obviously they all signed NDAs and stuff like that because nothing's really been leaked. But I just think that concept is very cool. We're hearing now that it's going to be 6 hours long. So the guess is that it's going to be 6 hours or 6 episodes and an hour each. And in the article that we kind of like dug up that was talking about this, they had people saying that these episodes are really built to feel like sitcoms from those eras. So like this first one that's in black and white is supposed to feel like a 50s sitcom where like you're going to have that kind of feel to it with a studio audience with like that 1950s like feel. So every episode is going to feel like an actual movie in and of itself and still be connected. Hey, Sean, how's it going? But I think this is a really cool concept, and it's even said in the article that these are 6 Marvel movies with the amount of production that was put into these and what we're going to be getting from these. So I'm really excited for this series. What do you guys think about this? Are you excited? Where do you think this is going to lead? Are we going to start getting like more of the Marvel series more like this where every single one is a movie, or do you think like this one is going to be special because this is supposed to be kicking off like the craziness that's going to be coming with phase 4 type of stuff?
Cori, rock, paper, scissors.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Where's
See,
Paul?
that doesn't count.
Okay.
That doesn't count.
Bring me Paul.
You can get Paul in a hot minute. No, I think it's, I mean, obviously, like the way that they're saying about it, it's going to be lining up for this. I love the different takes into each decade universe, however they're feeling that way. But it's going to be like the thing that they're saying, it's going to be paying homage and have little Easter eggs to all 23 MCU movies. So I'm interested when it's going to be back in the 50s. I mean, or 40s feel, or whatever it may be. Are there going to be is anything paid towards, Hydra or Captain America or anything like that in that era? So I'm curious as to see what those little droplets of the 23 movies are going to be throughout the series.
By the way, just wanted to add a quick thing. We got the official announcement that it's going to be starting airing January 15th. So this is a little bit off from what we got. Originally, we were going to be getting this in like the holiday season of this year. Now we're getting it like after New Year's. So, I mean, the pushback is a little bit. I'm still excited. I'm still like, it's close, but it's not as close as I was hoping it was going to be. So, what do you guys think? We're not getting any Marvel series this year at all, period. We're supposed to have Falcon and Winter Soldier. We're supposed to have WandaVision. We're supposed to have this stuff, and now we don't have any.
Well, I mean, we're about to talk about Marvel tanking. So I think right now it might be good that there's no Marvel shit going on right now.
Not the same. Not the same. Anyway, video games? You guys want to talk about
Gamer time! 3, 2, 1, go!
So
Gamer time!
Gamer time! The biggest news is that it's officially launch week for the next gen consoles, both Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. For more on that, Cori, what do you have for us?
Yeah.
Yay!
This week, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 launched amid pre-order massive mishaps and the coronavirus restrictions. And while most have been happy unions, YouTuber ACG claimed his review version of the PS5 has already bricked due to a storage build issue. And while PS5 users are dealing with dead PlayStations in true Xbox fashion, YouTube users are pretending that their machines are broken by blowing vape smoke into their consoles.
Yeah.
And this was such a big deal that it prompted a tweet by Xbox confirming that, yes, blowing vape smoke into your new electronics is probably a bad idea.
No, the best part is the tweet is, I can't believe we have to say this, but please don't blow vape smoke into your Xbox Series X.
That's a real
Yeah.
thing.
It's a real
It's a real tweet. It's a real
real
tweet
tweet.
and a real video. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the downside. The same people that are doing that are the ones that ate the Tide Pods.
I was actually
like-
saying this is Tide Pod Challenge 2020.
This is absolutely
What's
Tide Pod
happening?
Challenge 2020. Oh God, no, but that's it. Like this
Yeah.
is unfortunate. I can't believe Xbox people are. This makes me ashamed to be an Xbox player.
Something else that's unfortunate is that
Wait.
if you are a streamer and you want a cool new accessory to go with your console, Garmin released an esports tracking watch that on top of your normal body tracking, you can automatically share those stats with your viewers. So people who are watching your stream can see how you're performing under pressure, how tired you are, and it's officially the creepiest thing that I have ever seen in my life. So if you know a streamer who also likes to be stalked, you're welcome, because we found you the perfect Christmas gift.
I just don't understand why we would need this or have this or want this.
No idea.
Or, I mean, I guess maybe I'm not that big of a stream. By the way, two successful test streams. Not that many people are there. Shout out to #1fan Martin. He's always been there. And John Enrico jumped in. Billy McDonald jumped in. A couple other people from the population jumped in. Wilkes Booth jumped in. That was really awesome. But I did 2 successful test streams. I guess that's not enough for me to feel like a real streamer, because I don't need the Garmin watch yet. Maybe then that's when I've graduated, is when I need that Garmin watch.
Well, one thing that we know you won't be streaming is Marvel's Avengers.
That was the wrong Under thing. We're not going to say anything bad about Destiny. We're going to say bad things about Avengers right now. But go
Square Enix is reporting a $48 million loss, making it the second high-profile online game failure for Square Enix following Anthem.
I'm just going to say, with the 2 games that have not done so good for them have been the 2 games that we both wanted to do good. We're not batting too well with game. I really wanted Anthem to be good, and then the same thing with Avengers. Like, I wanted the story wasn't bad. It's just the game mechanics were not the best. And you were saying this, like, if we could combine the 2 games, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, no, it would. I mean, if you took the 2 games together, I think that you would have a great game.
Those flight mechanics for Anthem, if we can make them Iron Man's flight mechanics, would have been awesome. Because that's all I liked Anthem for, was I thought it was Iron Man, and I wanted it to be Iron Man.
All right, well, let's talk again about a game we do like.
Yeah!
Destiny 2 Beyond the Light released this week. And beyond the server and connection issues, it's actually turning out to be a really great addition to the game. Titan, Io, Mercury, and Mars are gone, but we have gotten the Cosmodrome back, and it is exactly as I remembered it when Peter Dinklage was by my side.
Yeah!
This time you're on the icy planet of Europa, and I don't know, Varix is on your side, and he pissed off a chick with ice powers, and you have to, after some convenes with the darkness, you get those ice powers too. And normally, I think that these missions are like super grindy, but you do get to play around with the new abilities during the campaign, and it kind of makes me look forward to going through the quests and getting to the boss battles. Like, I think that this was a really smart move, because the new subclass and the little changes they've made to the game, I think, is enough to bring people back in that have stopped playing and get people to start playing for the first time. What do you think?
I absolutely agree. I think with this, it's not I want to say reset. It's almost like everything feels new. Like, they got rid of so many different locations, which I'm gonna miss. I'm gonna miss some of those locations, and slowly they'll bring back some stuff, or they'll pull other moons or other planets into other DLCs and stuff like that. But I really do. I think it feels very fresh in a very good way. Stuff that is missing, I don't miss as much, because I do like the new additions. And just like you said, I haven't felt like anything's been super grindy yet, just because when we get to the point where we're like, okay, this is really hard, or this is getting a little bit, then we get a chance to use stasis again. We haven't completely unlocked our new subclass yet, but we get little glimpses of it, and that keeps us going, basically. It makes me want to finish. It makes me want to keep going so that I can officially unlock that subclass and start using stuff. And I'm really excited for some of the new weapons and new exotics and like I said, new locations. And I haven't gone back to the Cosmodrome yet, but I am super excited to.
Yeah, I think that the one thing that is a little bit, I wouldn't say upsetting, but it does make it a little bit harder is that there are a lot of weapons that I can't use anymore because you've reached a level cap on a lot of your weapons. And they've remade the same weapons. You can get them again with a different, without the level cap, but the stuff that's already in, I've had to get rid of a lot of stuff. So that it's good and it's bad because, you kind of have the opportunity to try out something different. Because I mean, this setup I have right here with my bow and my trace rifle, I use that all of the time. I don't ever change that at all.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And you saw me, like my rocket launcher, my go-to rocket launcher, I had to basically get rid of. And I grabbed the two-tailed fox because I had to. Yeah, let's welcome in Paul. Like, that's good. I needed him last segment. Let's bring him in now. Paul, I wanted
you
to hear
play
last
some
segment.
Destiny with us?
Hey,
And of course, you come here late.
absolutely. I had to get rid of the first guy.
But what I was gonna say is I had to get rid of my rocket launcher, which I always use. I had to jump in with the two-tailed fox just because I haven't found a new rocket launcher that I like. But I think that's gonna happen. And like I said, if they want it to feel fresh, they have to do this. They have to pull us away from our norms so that it doesn't feel grindy, it doesn't feel old, it doesn't get repetitive. We're gonna find those guns eventually that we like, but yeah, it's gonna be the same. We're all losing what feels normal to us. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I have not yet gotten to the point where I get it because I think right now they're kind of they're giving you this taste and you have your abilities super quickly, so you can spam them. But at some point we have to wait for a cooldown, right? There's something what they have. It's a different leveling system with this subclass than it is for something else. So this, in my mind, it is almost a brand new game for me.
Right, and new strategies, everything's gonna change because some people already have this unlocked. Some people finish this. The DLC itself is not super long, and that's not a bad thing because the payoff is going to be our new subclass, and so everybody's going to work really hard to get to the end of this and get the payoff. But some people already have it, and I mean, just like you said, like right now when we get tastes of it, we have unlimited. It pretty much is regenerating like super quick. But yeah, we're gonna have to come up with like new strategies for using the ice wall, for using grenades, for using like anything. Our supers are going to be like, super short as opposed to what we're getting now with quick regeneration of everything. So
yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually really excited to play. It's been a while since I've been excited to play Destiny, so I'm excited.
Absolutely. And I mean, we're going to be playing more often. So keep posted to our social medias. We'll be advertising when we're on Twitch playing live. Cori and I usually jump in together if we can. But if we can't, then absolutely we'll be playing solo. So check out social medias. We'll post when we're on and if we're streaming so you guys can hang and watch and, play with us.
Yes.
All right. You guys want to do product of the night?
Yes. And it's a favorite of mine. I don't know.
I don't know how I feel. This is a Pete pick too, and of course he leaves. So the product of the night.
Now it falls on you, Paul. Go talk about the
dildo. Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you feeling tense? Deal with it. Like this is a patented stress relief putty with a light dill scent. It's absolutely beautiful. For some reason, they do specify that is a stress relief toy for girlfriends. But it's a fun pickle stress reliever. Like
what's the name of the product?
I can't see a downside.
What's the name of the product, Paul?
It is the one and only patented dildo. TM.
Dildo. So it's basically putty that's green and it looks like it's dill and it can it. You know what? Never mind. I'm just.
Are you stressed? You need a dildo.
Thank you. Thanks, Paul.
That was a general plug. That wasn't directed towards any particular person. No, all types of people can enjoy a dildo. Like it really is great at relieving stress. Absolutely. Great product of the night pick.
I trust
Thank you.
Paul because he recommends it personally. He has
This is why you brought me in.
multiple yeah,
He looks
You
so
are
smug. Why do you
an
look so
expert on
He's like,
dildo.
I
You
nailed
should
that
try
pitch.
the dildo.
I was on the spot there, and I nailed that pitch. Absolutely. They're gonna send me a free dildo because I did such a great job of getting the message out there and like.